Hi guys, yeah, it is time. The Springbok team has been announced. I'm 10 minutes earlier because it just come out. What a team it is. Kind of what we expected. Few little tweaks there by Aldrassi. But hey, listen here. What a team we've got going here. Guys, welcome to Vic and Vern Sport Chat. I'm so excited. I forgot to introduce the channel. But hey, look here. Let's have a look. My friend here, my great friend here, Rassi. There you go, Rassi, man. Look. Great week for South African rugby. Mostard's red card got rescinded, what we needed, and now we look at this team, and this team is a monster, baby. Not quite, I think I've got it all right, except for one player. But my predictions, everybody knows I get my predictions quite wrong most of the time. But let's see what Rossi has come up with, boys. And look, it was to be expected. It was to be expected. Let me do it like this for you boys. It was to be expected that this would be our front row. So let's put out our front row. Yes, it's of course, it's Boone Venter. Malcolm Marx, the man that has been nominated for World Rugby Player of the Year. And of course, Thomas the Toy. The man I call Thomas the Tank. The man is massive. So yeah, same front row as we had against the French. I expected this front row. I think most of you rugby fans out there expected this front row as well. I mean, fantastic. I mean, look, Malcolm Marx, he has solidified that number 2 spot as he's. Bongi is not a feature anymore, I believe. Look, Boone Venter doing really well, but of course, the other nominee would have been in the team if he wasn't injured, Oxen J. So, but that's our front line. And let's move to our locks. And there's a little bit of how do you say? I don't even say it's a surprise. Because, Rassi is doing Rassi things again. I think normally in the past we have seen him, people getting their 100th cap or their 50th cap, giving them a start, but not the case. He is stuck with his 2 main guys there, Eben and Etzebeth and Ruan Nortje. I thought he might maybe give RG a start, but I didn't have RG in my starting lineup. But hey, look, perfect pairing, I think. Ruan Nortje, for me, it's his 17th cap already. Very quietly, he's moved up to 17 already. And of course, it's going to be 140th cap for the enforcer himself, Eben Etzebeth. Look, is there a better lock pairing in the world right now? I think when it comes to the locks, a lot of people put in Tad Byrne there of Ireland, of course. But I think we're just blessed on this position. Our 2 starters, Eben and Ruan Nortje, and then we go on, you got Archie, you got Mostert, you got Lut, the Jager, and you got Jean Klein. And we still got 1 or 2 players injured. I'm not going to even mention now. So that's our starting 2 locks. Let me just take them away there again. There you go. Then we move. I'm so excited. I've got to take a sip of water, my friends. Then we move on. Look, this part of the team was totally expected. I didn't see anything changing here. I mean, I think 99.99% of every rugby fan every Springbok rugby fan in the world had these at our loose forward flanker positions, whatever you want to call them. I mean, of course, Captain Fantastic himself, Sia Kolisi. Let's hope no one gets a red card and Sia can actually play a game the way it's supposed to be played, because he's kind of sacrificed a lot of his minutes in the last few games. But that's what captains do, don't they? Then, of course, Peter Steph du Toit, another man who got named for the World Rugby Player of the Year. Can he get his 3rd one? Look, I can't see the French guy, the Belarabi, or whatever his name is, winning it. So it's going to be a Bok, which I think is totally deserved. And then, of course, we have the enforcer in Eben Etzebeth. This is the destroyer, Jasper Visser. I call the man the destroyer. I have a special place for Jasper Visser in my heart because I like the way he plays. Takes no prisoners. So, and look, 6, 7, and 8. Once again, I mean, it's hard. You can say that in every section of the Springbok team. But let's be very, very honest. Is there any team in the world that has a better 6, 7, and 8 lineup than these 3 boys? At the moment, I don't think so. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. And you can see our front 8. Rassi is stuck to a lot that was done in the French game. So, yeah, look. This game obviously been taken very, very seriously. It's a big game for us. Then, look, in our technical positions, I like to call them our scrum half and our fly half. No surprises there. Was to be expected. Kobus Reinach and Sasha FM, my favorite radio station. Now listen, both of them have been doing phenomenally well. A lot of people still a little bit always on Kobus's case. There's one or two mistakes in the game by Kobus, but listen here, what he brings to the team, his experience. I just saw somebody write something ridiculous in the chat. I'm not going to even mention it. There you go. But no, these two boys are good. Look, Sasha. A lot of people, why wasn't Sasha named for the Rugby World Player of the Year? Look, he wasn't allowed to be nominated for the Breakthrough Player because he was nominated last year. You can't be nominated 2 years in a row. And I think, had he not been rotated, I think Russie's rotation has cost him a little bit. Because on that position, had he played more games, I think he would have been on the list. I think definitely would have been on the list. But not on there. Look, what I think about that red card, we'll get into that afterwards. We'll talk about it. Let me get through the team. So these two boys definitely starting for us. I like that lineup. Here's where a little bit of the changes come in. And what I kind of expected, and it has happened, Damien de Linde, Vic's favorite player, babies. Don't forget that. And Jesse the Body, kind of built like me. No, Jesse Krill, I expected that. I thought Ethan Hooker had a shout out on the 11th position, but there's changes there as well. That's a little bit where we've had the biggest change in the team. But these two boys, listen here. Come on. Have we had better servants to the team than these two? I mean, yes, we have. We have a lot of good servants to the Springboks, but these boys have been doing it for years. We know what you're going to get. Solid defense, good offense, working hard. Their socks off for the team. I love these two boys at center. I think one of the greatest center pairings ever. I mean, yeah, people are going to come out with a lot of other players, but for me, in my lifetime, these two are definitely up there as one of the best center pairings of all times, worldwide. Then let's have a look at our back three quickly. And yeah, look, it is it's surprise a little bit there because some changes. Here we go. So at 11, on the 11, it is Cheslin Colby. On the 14, it's Cannon Moody. And of course, Damon Willemse, the man of the match from last week, gets another call-up, totally deserved. Don't think we have a better fullback out there at the moment, with Farsi being injured. I like this call from Rassi, getting all his big guns in the game. I mean, look at that. From 11 to 15, we have got Cheslin Colby, we got Cannon Moody, we got Damon de Linde, we got Jesse Krill, and we got Damon Willemse. I mean, come on, man. If you're not excited, nothing's going to get you excited. Not even a night with Halle Berry or Salma Hayek will get you more excited than this, man. Come on, let's be honest. What a way to go. Then our bench. I'm going to put our bench here out at once. Let me just call in good luck to our Springbok boys. Team hope and pray. Yeah, man, we're going to have a great time on the weekend. Then I'm going to put out the whole bench at once. Kind of exactly what I predicted for the bench. And I think a lot of people got this bench right. There we go. Let's throw them out there really quickly. This is our bench. And of course, we have, look, let's start off. We have Johan Grobler, Sterrat Genekamp, Wilco Low. Jeez, look at that Wilco Low. He kind of takes too much space in that photo, man. Then, of course, Archie with his 50th cap. And then Kwaka Smith, Mr. Utility himself. Then, of course, another good player that always can fit. You know, he can play the flanker. He can play out on the wing. He can play in the center position. Doesn't really matter. Andre Esterhuizen. And then, of course, our backup technical positions there, our fly-off and our scrum half, Grant Williams and Marnie Lebok. I know a lot of the people are going to shout at, where's Andre Pollard? Pollard is 100% guaranteed for the Springbok team going to the World Cup. Don't worry. He'll be in the team. Now, Cannon Moody is going to be good. But that is for me a bomb squad, my friends. Even though we don't, you know, it's a 6-2-5-3 split. Rassi likes this now. That Andre Esterhuizen gives us so many options. Janre, gaan kak, man. I don't give a fuck if we're beating the Irish tomorrow. Get off your negative horse, man. Yes, sis, man. Yeah, yes, like it, man. I don't understand that boy. This at Bulls 2004, his name is actually Janre. He is so negative, man. We are destroying them tomorrow. That's my tip. I'm going big actually tomorrow. I think it'll be around about 1836 or something like that. Bar that the refs don't screw us over again. But look, I think the scrutiny is now more on the refs not to screw us over because of the rescinded yellow card. I don't know. Well, of course we've beat Ireland before, man. Come on. No. Look, I think we'll do it. You have no faith in Fokol, man. That's your problem. No, this team, there's not a better. Listen here. You name me players that should be in this team that are better at the moment. I mean, look, I can't see a better Springbok lineup at the moment. I can't. Yes, Kirkley, of course, he's back in South Africa already. He got his noggin hurt there. So, yeah, he had to have a HIA, a head inspection assessment, or whatever they call it. Kirkley, yes, I would say Kirkley. I would have had Kirkley in there. But look, I would have had Kirkley in, but I would have taken Jesse out. I would have kept Cannon Moody in. That's kind of the things I would have changed. I think this is the best team we can put out there with all the injuries. I feel for Franco Mossad. I actually thought he might quickly get a call up, but okay, they must probably didn't use him a lot this week. Yes, I agree, my friend. We are going to take this one. Come on, listen here. You boys stay in South Africa. We've got to come right here, man. Yes, man. Everybody's complaining about this red and yellow card. It doesn't fucking matter. It is now a yellow card, which is the right decision from the beginning. It should have been a yellow on the field already and maybe upgraded, but worst case scenario, it should have never been a straight red. But listen here, we are the best in the world. We are the world champions. The best rugby team on the planet. Number 1 in the rankings. Good teams don't complain about yellow and red cards. We just get on with the job, and that's what Rusty and his team has done. They did it to the bloody baguette-eating French, and then we did it to the spaghetti-eating Italians. 14 men, 13 men, I don't give a fuck. We are winning this game, man. We are winning this game. I am so psyched up. I wish it was bloody Saturday again. I can hardly control myself. I think I need to take a Valium, my friends, because I'm up for it. Because I like Ireland. Beautiful country. I like the Irish people. But I don't like Irish rugby because they are full of shit. And I don't like the idea of that the World Rugby Federation is based in Ireland. Nah, man. No. I'll give it to bloody Cambodia or North Korea before I give it to them. Oxford won. Yeah, of course, Oxford won. Jan Hendrik? Nah. Kirkley? No, I think, yes. From our best squad that we could possibly have, we'd have Ox replacing Boone Fenton. We would have Cannon Moody in place of Jesse Creel, and we would have Kirkley Arneson in there as well. And Jesse Creel will be on the reserve bench. That is, for me, that is the best lineup we have at the moment. There's nothing. I mean, that is a World Cup winning lineup, and I said it 2 years ago. We're three-peating. I said it 5 years ago. We're going to win 3 in a row. People didn't believe me. We're going to win 3 in a row, my friends. And then I want that Webb Ellis Trophy to be renamed. We keep the Webb Ellis Trophy, and then I want a new trophy out there, and I want it to be called either the Sia Kolisi Trophy or the bloody Rassie Erasmus Trophy, because if you win it 3 times like in the World Cup in football, there has to become a new trophy, and that new trophy has to have a South African name on it, please. Webb Ellis renamed too. There you go, my boys. Let's start this. Let's start this revolution already. Let's get it ready, boys. Everybody out there. We want the trophy to be renamed after we've won it the 3rd time, the Rassie Erasmus Trophy. Yeah, look, I don't know about the greatest sporting achievement ever, but it would be in my lifetime one of the top 5 sporting achievements that I've ever witnessed if the Springboks could win 3 in a row. Jan Hendrik Wessels is banned for 9 weeks, so can't ever play for the Boks. Yeah, but he's banned for 9 weeks. The ban goes over the URC as well. So he's back next summer. Don't worry, baby. When we take on England, remember, the next summer, it starts off with England. Rassie Sia, there you go. Look, I think we'll call it the Rassie Erasmus Trophy, and we make Sia Kolisi the president of South Africa. Isn't that a deal? That's a trade-off, right? So they both, then I get what I want. Can you imagine President Sia standing there, the way he talks and stuff like that? Would be good for the country, man. Would be good for the country. And Ibn Etzebeth can become Minister of Defense. Ooh, I know a lot of people don't like Pollock, but listen here. But that's your team for today. I'm going to go through it one more time. Gonna quickly take these boys off here. So we'll start off with the team again. So I'm just gonna run it through. I'm so excited. I could do this the whole day, man. I am so pumped up for this game today. So let's just quickly go through the team again, bit by bit. This is what Rusty has come up with. I'm just going to do it like that now. This is what Rusty has come up with. Let's have a look what he's come up with. Look, of course, it's Bernd Venter, Malcolm Marx, and Wilco, and Thomas the Toy, Thomas the Tank. That's his nickname from now on, Thomas the Tank. Guys, we've got to push that nickname. We've got to push that nickname. Then I'll take it away again. I'll take them away. Then we'll put then of course, our two locks, Eben and Roan Nortje. There we go. Then we got a backline. Look here. Look. Did you expect anything else? The greatest rugby captain in my eyes ever. Captain Fantastic. The man I'm going to vote for president of South Africa. Then maybe one of the best rugby players of all time. Peter Steph the Toy. And then, of course, not the enforcer, the destroyer, Jasper Visser. Then, of course, we all expected these two boys to be in there. Sasha and Kobus Reinach. Kobus Reinach, isn't the man incredible? He's turned 35 years old and he's getting better. He's like the Benjamin Button of Springbok rugby, man. The man is getting younger and better by the week. Yes, Peter Steph the Toy. Yeah, Peter Steph the Toy. Could change it around. Yeah, he gives people PSD. You are right. Post-traumatic stress disorder. The boy is fantastic. Love your comments, boys. Love your comments. Frank Groteboom, you should have put your comment out there, man. Good or bad. We love all comments. Then, of course, our center pairing, you know, I call them our Iron Men. Fucking hell, they could win the Iron Man of Hawaii any day of the week, these two, with Damien DeLinda and Jesse Creel. And then our starting back lineup, here we go. A little bit of a change around. Cheslin Colby at 11, Kenan Moody at 14, and Damien Willems at 15. People forget Damien Willems is a two-time world champion, and he's 27 years old. Listen here, it is a over 18 channel, my friend. And what did I say? What did I swear? I used the word cuck. I mean, if you can't handle the word cuck, then don't handle the channel. That's all I can say. Please. I mean, you know, it's a little bit of emotion here. This is not mainstream Sky Sports media or whatever. But I will try to tone it down. Ben Bottas, I will try to tone it down, my friend. I will try to do that for you. Don't worry. I'm just very psyched. Yeah, I think so. You're right. They most probably will never change it. But look, they did it in football. Remember, it used to be the Jules Remade Trophy in football, and they had to change it. Thanks a lot, my friends. Hey, listen here. No, it's good, man. It's good. So that is our starting 15. Let me take those boys away. And then I'll put out the bench for you, and I'll try to cut out. Listen here, I've been trying for weeks to stop swearing. You know, it's not that easy. It's not that easy, you know. And I tell you, when the game starts and the ref tries to, I'm going to put this nicely, bugger us around, then I get emotional, man. I just get emotional. There you go. I am hyped, man. I am. And this is our bench, man. Listen here. What a bench it is. I feel for Archie. I thought he could have started, you know, his 50th cap. But I also like the decision from Rassie. It shows we are not boggering around here, man. We're going with our best 15, and we've got our big boys from the bench. And I mean, look, Archie, Kwacha, and Esterhazen from the bench. Those boys are the best 3 bench players I've seen for a long time. Don't worry, man. Don't worry about the French. Did we take care of the French? We own France. We own France, my friend. We have won more in France than they have won against us. We own Wellington. It belongs to us there in New Zealand already. And now we're coming for Dublin, my friend. Dublin's going down. But let's have a look quickly. It is, of course, it is Johan Grobler, Steenekamp, Wilco Lowe. Fucking sorry, there you go. See, you go there, the F comes out again. Wilco Lowe, he needs a double bed. The boy's so big. And then, of course, we have some Archius, Snyman, Kwacha Smith, Andre Esterhazen, Grant Williams, and Mani Lebo. Yes, we did win 2 World Cups in France. They should actually change the name to North South Africa. because we own France, man. Bloody hell. We're just good, man. We're just good. Look, I'm psyched, guys. I'm looking forward to this game on the weekend. I hope that the boys don't let me down. They won't let us down. I'm just totally psyched for the weekend. As you can see, I wish it was Saturday afternoon, 6 o'clock already, that I can go off my rocket. But that's the team announcement for the Springboks. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Very much appreciated. Guys, let me think put in there if you think anybody should have been in the team that is not in the team. Of course, we would have had Ox in there if he was healthy. We would have had Kirtley Arniser in there if he was healthy. But I mean, we are very Kiwi lads. There you go, my friend Hamish from New Zealand. Your team, I saw Razor made a few changes there for the things. But listen, I want to just shout out to Kiwi lads there. Guys, if you really want to watch some fantastic commentating on rugby, that's the place to go. He is fantastic. He is very politically correct. He doesn't swear like I do. I enjoy coming onto his show. I get a shitload of stick from South Africans on his show. But that's just the way it is. Anton Lena Brahmaska, no. But I want to say one thing, to all the New Zealanders out there that might be watching. Your whole country's now in this panic mode, right? And I mean, I was watching all these pundits there. I don't even know their names anymore. But they're all in panic mode. You've lost 3 rugby games this year. We've lost 2. Can you imagine if we lose on the weekend and you win? We've lost the same amount of games. But with us, everything's hunky-dory. And with you guys, it's like bleak. It's like, I don't know, like the cat just died or something like it. New Zealand is going to be there at the World Cup. They're going to be the strongest competition for South Africa. The English are blowing the sugar up their own behinds at the moment. I almost used to swear word again. Jeez, I've got to write down on the camera. Don't swear. I'm trying to do that for, I don't know who the guy was there that asked me not to swear, but I'm trying my best there. Ben Butas. There you go. So, No, look. It's going to be, the World Cup is always going to be the same team. It's going to be South Africa, New Zealand. You'll have the French in there. You'll have the Irish that will fall out in the quarterfinals as per usual. The English are always there and thereabout. And my dark horse is Argentina. Argentina, don't count out the Argies. I think they're going to win this weekend against England. Look, hey, things change. Things change. Yes, it's always been the biggest rivalry in rugby. Has always been South Africa against New Zealand because they've always been the 2 best teams. I do think other nations have caught up a lot. New Zealand has one problem. They're passionate about their rugby and everything, but they only have 4.5 million people. And the other country, France has 60, South Africa has 60. And that makes a big difference. And other nations with a lot of, with a lot of people living in them, they're coming up. I mean, look at Belgium. Look at Belgium against Samoa. Wasn't that a fantastic game of rugby as well, man? I was so proud of the Belgians. I did want my Uzos from Samoa to make it to the World Cup because you want that. You want that Uzo passion there, man. But Belgium is coming. Spain is coming. Georgia's doing well. Italy's doing well. Argentina. Don't count out the US and Canada. The boys are coming, man. So that's it. Hey, listen, I've been rambling on because I'm so excited about this game. Guys, listen, this afternoon at 5 o'clock, Central European time, 6 o'clock for all the boys down there in South Africa, is the DEFCON Rugby Show with Vern. It's got a guest on there, I heard. And they're going to be talking about this team. They're going to talk about Franco's red card again. They're going to be talking about the other games that are coming up on the weekend. So be sure to join them. I'm totally psyched for this one. As you can see, I feel like ripping my shirt off, putting my Springbok shirt off, getting some biltong and a beer, and I'm ready for the game. But we have to wait. We still have to wait more than 48 hours. Don't know how I'm going to survive. Guys, enjoy yourselves. Have a great day, and let's go Bokke.